Okay, this is a general oracle card reading for the Virgos of December 2018. And I'm sorry they've been calling them tarot cards. I thought that all the decks were called tarot cards, they just had different names. Sorry. I'm trying to catch my breath for some reason. Yeah, I recently found out from my cousin that tarot was a separate deck and what I had was oracle cards, so I wanted to correct myself here and say my bad. Do keep in mind it's a general reading, so it's not going to fit everybody. It might fit most everybody, but not everyone. Also, not one sign is all negative people, and the one sign is all positive people. Every sign has got negative and positive people, so the energy might fit you a little different than what it fits someone else. Also, you are going through different stages in life sometimes, so this energy may have fit a few months prior, and then this energy might fit a few months after. As I said, it's a general reading, so it's not going to be like perfect. And only 2 cards popped up this time, so that's it. I'm going to get to the reading. The cosmos, creativity, vastness, that just means something is created into the cosmos. It's meant to be, it will happen, or it has already happened. I'm picking up more on the, like, it will happen, though. But that could be the majority of you. Some of you, it might have already happened. Like I said, it's a general reading. So, I do look at it as like a positive thing, though I don't know what is going to happen or what's meant to happen. That would require more of a personal reading, but you're all individuals, so I guess kind of use your imagination or think about what it is that you want fulfilled or want to happen. And if it's something that's positive and it doesn't require anybody or yourself getting hurt, then I would definitely say likely it is something that's meant to happen. I do try to be clear about that, though, because, some people are a little spiteful and you might be wishing something that isn't that positive, and I'm going to just have to be honest with you and frank. Likely that is not something meant to happen. Because the universe is here to help us grow and learn. And part of that is not wanting harm upon others or ourselves. There are some people who, they hurt themselves, so I do try to make that clear as well, that it's also not to hurt yourself. It's not to have any harm to anybody, including yourself. So if you're one of those wishing harm, I'm going to be honest, likely that's not meant to happen, and that you might want to use your imagination and think of something else that might be meant to happen. And if you aren't thinking of anything negative or harm towards others or yourself, then, whatever comes your way, I just, I hope it's positive. It probably is positive. Because I don't see the universe telling you something's meant to happen and it be something bad. So I would like to think that it means something positive and good, or maybe finally getting up, or maybe that good thing is finally getting through all the rough spots in your life and finally getting in some blessings. It could be different things, but I like to think that it's positive. Alright, the Sisters of the Season, cycles of growth, natural law, divine order. That just means we go through seasons in life, seasons of growth, of times where we change, we grow, we mature. Sometimes we mature spiritually, sometimes we mature just in our maturity, period. It doesn't mean that you're immature, it just means sometimes there's a little more, lessons to mature more. I mean, kind of like when you get a nice wine. It's good, but it can also get better. So look at it that way. If you're growing in your maturity, it doesn't mean you're immature, it just means it can get better. Okay? And sometimes when we're growing through life, we learn to be decisive, or we learn to be discerning. Sometimes we learn to have our own self-control. Sometimes we learn to not allow people in our life that are going to hurt us in some way or are toxic emotionally. So we go through different seasons and times of growth here. So, in different stages. It's kind of like the seasons here. You got winter, you've got fall, you got summer, you got spring. Some seasons are better than others, and some of them are a little more tougher. But to me, this card would mean is that you've gone through a season and now you're in a new season. But yeah, pretty much that's to what that card I feel it means, is that you've gone through a season and now you're entering a new season. And maybe you're still transitioning through it. Maybe you're confused, like, wait a second, things were going this way, why is it going this way now? It's because that season's ended. You got a new season now. It's time to move forward with that. Don't look in the past. Look in the present. But yeah, it can be different things, though. I can't tell you what season you're going through. That would require a personal reading. Though I think that likely, generally, you probably already know, and you likely don't need me at all. I know a lot of psychics out there, they try to make people feel like they need them. They try to get their clients codependent on them, and I'm like, I'm not that kind of person. So I'll just be honest with you, likely you won't even need a personal reading from me at all to figure out what season you're in. You can probably figure that out on your own. I mean, when things are changing and then your lifestyles change, or the way you're living is changing, or people around you have changed, I mean, you can kind of figure out there yourself what's going on, and really you don't need me. I'll just be honest, you don't. I know a lot of psychics do that, but I'm not that person. I'm all like, I can be helpful sometimes, but you really don't need psychics. We're helpful, but you don't need us. And in this case, I don't think I'm going to be helpful but not helpful either. I think it's just not going to matter. You're likely going to know what it is already. So yeah, Virgos, you have a good morning, a good afternoon, or a good evening. And I forgot to flash the cards for you so that you can use your own intuition if you don't like the reading. Figure out what you think you feel the cards mean. Okay, now you have a good morning, a good afternoon, or a good evening. Now you can have one. Before you couldn't, but you can have it now. Yeah. You have a good one. Bye.